Okay, so this is me looking, well, basically to my anonymous people who've written in. They've asked me specific questions. How do you know when you're ready to have sex in a relationship? Is marrying at a young age advisable?
Do online relationships really work out for the best?
Well, I guess I'm going to answer those questions. The first question was, how do you know when you're ready to have sex in a relationship? There are a few things that are involved here. You need to make sure that you and the person that you're with are of a legal consenting age. Yes, the law can get quite nasty in this section, and if you don't make sure that you're of legal age and they are too, then you can end up in a lot of hot water. So check what your local laws say this is potential to. It's got to be consenting. In other words, you both need to give permission and both need to be willing for this to occur. Look, sex can be fantastic, can be wonderful, and I'm speaking here from a very, very clinical perspective because I've actually taught sex ed to both young people and to adults, and yes, to adults. And so I guess in a sense I'm looking at it from a very removed perspective. So look, it can, as far as the actual act goes, can be quite pleasing at times. But then remember, if one or both of you have done it before, then it can be quite uncomfortable at the start. It can be a bit embarrassing, can be a bit messy. But as long as you're both consenting and willing for it to occur, and you're doing it for the right reasons, I guess again, have fun, explore, enjoy. So enjoy, it's pretty much in nature. We are, as human beings, procreating kind of people. And that brings me to the next one as far as being ready to have sex. The reason laws are the way they are is because your body is only equipped to deal with parenthood, especially from females specifically, is really only equipped to carry their child to term and actually give birth to that child without risk of loss to the child or to the mother at a certain age. Now that's actually been biologically determined for I don't know how many years now, probably decades, probably almost centuries. That's the reason why the laws exist, by the way, in case you were wondering. Now, so as long as, you're using protection, and look, if you're both ready to go on and have kids and that's something that you want to do, go for it, but kids can be quite a complicating factor. More often than not, there are a lot of personal sexual experiences that have resulted in pregnancies. I'm sure that there are enough wires who can probably attest to this fact. I know personally of a few people, or I did rather, of a few people who did end up having children, because they used protection, obviously wasn't enough, and they became pregnant as females. So look, it can happen. So that I guess is answering and hopefully covering the question of when you're ready to have sex in a relationship. But if you are a consenting adult, do it when it's the right time for you. Do it when you're ready to do it. Do you feel you know the person enough to want to be able to have sex with them without it feeling like you've had a mistake? I don't recommend one-night stands because, for me personally, I just think that you're really risking a lot as far as sexually transmitted diseases, sexually transmitted infections, the whole picture. What happens if you're a male and you have sex with somebody and they end up pregnant? That's a whole lot of stuff to bear out one-night stand. So that's my answer for the whole sex relationships question. Now, question 2 was, is marrying at a young age advisable? Look, I'm actually in two minds about this one. I don't know if I personally advise it, because I believe that as individuals, we don't just love one person, we love a lot of different people. I believe that there isn't just one person out there for us. I believe that maybe there's one person out there who eventually we will settle down and live our life with, but I'm not so sure about whether necessarily the first person that you fall in love will be the one, to speak in italics. I think that it's really, look, if the person that you love is definitely who you love, go and do the things you need to do. Go and finish off your schooling. Go and get yourself a university degree if that's what you can do. Make the most of all your opportunities in life, and don't feel like you have to be tied down to a marriage, basically. Look, I know people who've married for the right reasons, I know people who've married for the wrong reasons. Marriages don't survive all the time. They don't always, keep going until, one person passes away of old age and all that sort of thing. It doesn't always happen that way, This is a modern world, there's a lot of stress on people as individuals. So I guess, all you can do is live your life and try and do the best thing for yourself as a human being. So I guess as far as marrying at a young age being advisable, I wouldn't advise it personally, but you know what, if you love that person and if they love you and you're for the right reasons, the same as sex, maybe it's worth going for it and seeing what happens. Okay, third question. And do online relationships really work out for the best? Well, I guess they can. It just depends on who you're with. It depends on the reasons why you're with that person. And it also depends on what you're hoping for the future. Do you want the online relationship to become an offline relationship? Are you planning on meeting up with this person? I actually, ended up getting together with somebody online, on more than one occasion actually. Twice now I've had long-term relationships. I'm still in one, and yeah, the internet was involved. With the second one, we had a connection from way back when, but you know, it's online, that's how it started. I found the person online, and I guess we're in an age of technology, so I think that people who sit there and say online relationships are stupid, I think that they really need to take another look at, take another look at how they view technology, because technology has important, massive place in our life. It plays a huge part in our lives these days. Technology is the way future, so I actually think online relationships are that out of the ordinary or real advice. Like I said, I pursued an online relationship. The person became my best friend, then we got together. So after 7 years we got married. We stayed married for, 3 years in my books because we separated, but in his books 5. But that's okay. And yeah, even though the relationship didn't work out, that person's now probably one of my closest friends. And yeah, as I said, I'm in a relationship now that originated off the internet. So I don't really think that online relationships are bad. I'm normalising them and justifying them because I'm, effectively a product of an online relationship, because I don't think the internet was accessible to my parents. But I've certainly seen a lot of relationships that have generated the internet, and some of them succeeded. So hey, look, if that's something that you want to do, or if that's something that most people want to pursue, I'd say go for it, give it a chance, and see. And the online relationship aspect isn't a silly one, because you're actually saving money, having online dates, getting to know each other. The only thing I would say about online relationships, are you, and is the person that you're with in the online realm, are you being honest about who you are? Are they being honest about that? If that's the case, then definitely go for it, because I think that is probably the best way to get to know somebody. I think that you're really doing it, you're doing it the right way if you're actually being honest about it. Anyway, so that wraps it up for me, I guess, as far as the whole online relationships thing goes. And hey, I'm now listening to Wireclub Agony and the song most people I know. So I guess we'll go out with that.